Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy October. I'm really looking forward to the fall and I'm starting to enjoy our temperatures here. They're starting to drop just a tad. I can't stand it when it's hot in October. I really enjoy the crisp air, especially in the mornings and in the evenings. I really enjoy that. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my autumn bag collection. I'm in this habit now of rotating things in and out of my closet, and I'm trying to actually learn to wear things according to, seasons, because normally, I just wear whatever's there. I just did whatever I wanted. But now I'm actually trying to be a better curator of my things, and I'm actually going to be writing a blog post about that here shortly, of how I'm in this pocket of life of where I want to be a better curator of my life. And for me, that's my life as a whole. It's my health, how I dress, my hair, my teeth, my mental health, my mental space, my emotions, how I spend my time. I'm trying to be a better curator of those things now that I actually have time to sit and look at my life as a whole. I think we all go through this, especially women. Now that your kids are older and they're leaving the house, you can actually sit back and look at yourself and look at things around you and your life and just kind of do like a life inspection, so to speak. So that's just where I am. I want to be a better curator. I'm much more interested in buying quality now, even though quality sometimes can be so expensive. Quality is so expensive, especially now. It's so expensive. So that's just where I am. I think I also shared, how I'm still trying to build my life team. Yesterday, I went and had my first hydrofacial. So I found a company here in Indianapolis called Restore Indy, and the staff was so nice and so kind, and it was such a wonderful experience. I went in, I signed in, they got me checked in. It was absolutely fantastic. And I saw Lydia Millen get a few of them on her channel, and that's what inspired me to look into. I thought, what's a hydrofacial? Because I've had facials before, but I really didn't know what a hydrofacial was. And so I was watching her and her videos get them. I thought, oh gosh, that looks wonderful. Having a machine kind of suck out all of the impurities and all the toxins and pollution out of your face. It just looked heavenly. So I found a company that did them here. We have a few spots here, but I'm very particular about where I want to go. So this was a wonderful experience. I had the machine, she put the machine to my face, sucked everything out. I can share a video about that. I can insert a video about that. That was wonderful. And then I had this beautiful mask that had caviar in it that was put on my face. A wonderful massage. They massage your scalp. It was just fantastic. And then she did extractions, went into my pores and pulled out, some blackheads. She also talked about my skin because there's a big light on it as well. And she talked about how I'm prone to congestion here along my chin line. And I thought, what in the world? So we also talked about sun damage, which thankfully I don't have a whole lot. Because I don't wear foundation. This is my bare skin, but I'm a heavy believer in moisturizer and SPF. So I always wear those, but I don't wear foundation unless I really feel like I need to. I don't wear foundation. I wear like a blush, and I'm starting to learn to put makeup on my face and add color, because now that I'm a little bit older, I find that I want a little bit more color to my face, and I wanted to glow a little bit more. So yeah, it was a beautiful experience. It was wonderful. I've actually signed up already for my next hydrofacial, so I'm really looking forward to that. But it was absolutely fantastic. And then the day before, I went and got a hair mask, got my hair trimmed a little bit. So it's just been a beautiful week of self-care. So, and that's another thing too, is I'm trying to curate that into my life, is to have self-care days. So like right now, Columbus Day is on Monday. Most of you know I work for the federal government. We want to touch on that right now. But I took the Tuesday off to try to enjoy some time being home. Tomorrow, oh my goodness, I can't wait to share this. I've been on the hunt for an Asian cabinet, you know, those big, beautiful lacquer cabinets that have the Asian print on it, or the paint, or the illustrations. So I found one. Well, actually, one of our designers from the show house, I went to his house to pick up my buttercream yellow wingback chair, and I can insert a photo for that. I shared that on my blog post as well. I went to his house to pick that up, and I was telling him how I wanted this Asian inspired secretary for my new office, because we're moving into a new space here soon, probably first of the year. And he said, well, I found one on Facebook Marketplace. And I said, really? So he sent me the listing, and I showed it to my husband. I looked at the measurements. It looks really big. I mean, I was not sure if it was going to fit in my new space. I just wasn't. So, oh, excuse me. So I went to, you know, our administrative officer who is in charge of the move, and I said, hey, I really want to go over to the new building and do some measurements for this piece that I want to bring in, and it turns out it will fit. So I kept stewing on it, and I just could not let it go. So I reached out to the seller, and I said, hey, I can't shake it. I really want to come see this piece. Have you sold it? She said no. And so I went over there and talked to her. Beautiful older lady, had Asian inspired furniture all over her house. She traveled, her and her husband. This particular piece that they had, and I'll insert a photo here and I'll show a video later. This particular piece that they had, they purchased it from an estate sale. I think it's originally from Spain, but they've had it for 40 years. And so it's gorgeous. I love it. It comes in 2 pieces. I can't wait to get it in my new space. I'm picking it up tomorrow. I'm going to stash it here in my house somewhere. Probably over here in my sitting room area. Probably won't fit there, but it's got to go right there for right now, because I don't want to have Rick take it upstairs and bring it back down, because it's just going to be a nightmare, and I just don't want that. So plus I want to kind of play with it and style it. Maybe I could take some photos with it. I don't know, but who knows? I may love the thing and it may end up staying here, but I really want this particular piece in my new space, so I'm picking it up tomorrow. So that's what I also mean, just trying to be a better curator of my life and build my life team. You know, I shared that as well. I'll insert that blog post too. You know, making sure that I have my OB, my primary care physician, a hormonal doctor, and I have all 3 of those right now. I have a dietitian who I'm working with as far as weight, because this hormonal weight is no joke. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. I'm also on the path of exploring with HRT. I've also learned that African American women seem to go into perimenopause earlier than their counterparts. So that explains a lot, because I remember my mother going through it in her early 40s, and she called it pre-menopause. I mean, back then it really wasn't in social media, perimenopause. It just wasn't. I mean, because my mom is, I think she's in her 60s. She's young. But so, you know, going down this road of trying to build a life team, you know, now I think I might have my own esthetician who's doing my hydrofacials, and we can talk about skincare. And, you know, I shared my brow lamination appointment. So that's someone who I'm going to be working with on trying to grow out my eyebrows. I'm using a serum right now on my lashes, because I've been wearing faux lashes for over 10 years, and I just do the strips. But I'm in this pocket where I kind of want to grow them out, and because there are some days I don't want to put these on. I kind of just want to throw some mascara and some eyeliner. So we'll see. But yeah, just going down this road of trying to navigate hormones and weight and sleep and moods. And this is going to be a heavy pocket for me. I already know it is. And I just want to make sure that I'm doing my part to support myself with having a team of people who are going to make this journey with me. So that's where I am in life, just a little life update. Also, I am reading this book. I'm actually reading a ton of books right now. I can't help it. But this book is Alexandra Stotter's Living Beautifully Together. And I have been savoring this book. I actually want to do a video on this in a couple of weeks. I'm not sure how you guys will feel about that, but Right now, I just finished the first chapter. It kind of takes me a while because I highlight a whole lot and I kind of go back and reread. So in the first chapter, she talked about, and it was hitting home for me, she talked about, let's see, nourishing yourself. That is chapter 1 in this book. Nourishing yourself. She was on to something 30, 40 years ago, but that is the first chapter. Nourishing yourself. And I thought, oh my goodness, this needs to be a blog post or a video for me. It's wonderful. So I do want to read a little bit of it because there's a little note over there that says nourishing yourself. So it says, I've discovered that the best way to live a beautiful life with others is to begin by cultivating yourself. When you take good care of yourself, you free yourself to enjoy healthy relationships with others, and one of life's great opportunities in affirming the dignity and greatness in others. There is a direct relationship between how we can learn to love ourselves and how we love others. So I really want to do a video on this and just have like a virtual discussion with everyone about it. And so the next page, there's a little pocket here about civility, which we don't seem to have in this country. So it feels like the world is just going mad. I'm sorry. I don't want to go down that path, but it's been crazy. I haven't been in the news a whole lot because I just don't want to. So there's a sentence here that I had to highlight. When you treat someone else badly, it is always because you treat yourself badly. When, in turn, you treat someone else beautifully, it is a mirror reflecting how you treat yourself. So many gold nuggets in this. So let me know in the comments below if you guys will be interested in having like a book discussion on this, because I would love to talk about this book. It's so great. And I can just do the first video on the first chapter since I'm done with it. I got all of my little notes in here. And, you know, at the end of each chapter, she has this beautiful section called Grace Notes. And she gives just a superb list on how to live beautifully together. So let me know in the comments below if you think I should do a video on this. I think it'd be great. All right, so I'm already 12 minutes in. Oh gosh. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with my handbags for the 2025 in winter bags. These are bags I'm going to be carrying for autumn and winter for this upcoming year. And let's see, where should I start? Let's start with the Coach collection that I have. I am truly in love with the Coach Empire bags. I didn't find these bags until a couple of months ago. Apparently they went viral last year in September. I knew nothing about these bags, but I got on TikTok, which I never really wanted to do, but I got on TikTok because some of the elegant influencers that I follow, they are on TikTok, and I love their videos on TikTok. I do. So when I got on there, I saw the Coach Empire bag, and I thought, oh my gosh, what is this bag? And of course, I jump online, they're sold out. I called my store here on my side of town, and they had one Coach Empire 48. That's the size that I love, and that's the biggest one, and I know it's too big for a lot of people, but I had to go see it in person. They had a lot of 40s, and I was considering the 40, but they had one 48 left, and I just wanted to do a comparison. So the very first Coach Empire bag I got was the Coach Empire 48 in black. And I remember getting on an elevator after, it was like the day after I purchased this bag, and I got on, I'm standing there, and there's this young woman on there next to me, and she goes, there was a gasp. So I turned to look at her, and I thought, oh gosh, what's going on? She goes, is that the Empire? And I said, it is. And she said, how did you find it? I said, I found it in our Greenwood store. I said, it was the only one left. She goes, are you serious? She said, I didn't think Greenwood would get any. I said, well, there was the only one left. And she goes, you lucky girl. And I said, yeah, I feel very much blessed to have found it. So anyway, this is the Coach Empire 48 in black. I have it here with my beautiful white a leather swan that I found on Amazon. They've restocked it. It disappeared for about 2 months, but they've restocked it. I want to go on there and get it in the black too, because I love the black swan. My husband just got me the pearl chain. I also have the gold chain too, and that's enough for me. I don't want to doll it up too much. I mean, a lot of people just go to town on adding on the charms. This is enough for me, and I love it. It's the beautiful black color. It has gold hardware. There's gold hardware and the pearls. It's absolutely beautiful. And there's my beautiful white swan charm, and it's in genuine leather. So I love this. It has the feet on the bottom. It's stunning. And of course, I could not stop there. I was on the hunt for the honey, and it was sold out. So I went and looked at the maple, which I have right here, also in the 48. I have a pillow in here to try to keep the size, to keep the shape of the bag. So this is the Coach Empire 48 in maple. It's beautiful. I do love it. It's stunning. It has the feet. And this bag I've only carried a few times, but I will be honest, I'm not in love with it as much as the green. So the green just launched recently. And I don't know if any of you have seen it, but the Coach Empire 48 in green, oh my gosh. I went and saw that in the store, and I looked at Rick, and he's shaking his head like, no. Because I have 3 already, and they're not cheap. They're $8.95 per bag. So when I saw that green, I said, oh gosh, Rick, I love this bag. He likes it too. And so right now I am trying to sell this one. I have it listed on my Poshmark account, and I can link that below as well. I have it discounted slightly because I've hardly carried the bag. I mean, there's no damage to it. So I'm trying to sell my maple so I can get the green one. So that's what I'm doing. So this is for sale if anyone is interested. I do have a bottom number in my mind. I will not tell what it is, but if someone sends me that number, I'll probably take it. But yeah, I have this listed so that I can get the green one, because I love it so much. It's so beautiful. But this bag is beautiful too, but I really want the green one. The next Coach Empire is the honey. So I finally got the honey. So I have an SA now at Coach who calls me when bags arrive, and she lets me look at them and lets me purchase them, that kind of thing. So I have it in the honey. This is stunning. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of this bag. I love it. It's so classic and so chic. Just look at it. It's a stunning color with the feet. And I get compliments on it all the time. My swan looks great. My chain looks great. It's a gorgeous bag. So that's on my list for carrying. The next Coach bag is the Kiss Lock. And this was another bag that has gone viral. I saw this on Sarah Jessica Parker. I don't know how it ended up in my feed, but it did. And I saw this bag, and of course it sold out. So I called my SA at Coach and I said, hey, I just learned about the Kiss Lock. She started to laugh. I said, I know it's not there, but if you get any in the dark chocolate, will you let me know? And so she said, of course I will. She said, yeah, that bag sold out in 8 minutes as soon as it hit the website. She said, we've been told we're going to get them, but we don't know. We're not sure. So about maybe a month or 2 later, I got a text from her. She said, we have a woman coming in who has the Kiss Lock in black and dark brown, and she's returning them brand new because she's really petite and they don't look right on her body. They're too big. And I thought, oh my gosh. The funny story is I met this woman at the store. This woman who was returning these bags. I was standing next to her and we were talking all things purses, and she is really petite. I did not know that she had both of the Kiss Locks. So if I'd known that, I probably would have asked her right then and there. But she came back to return the bags, and I was able to get the Kiss Lock in the beautiful chocolate color. This is another classic bag. This is stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's not for everyone, but I love this bag. It doesn't have feet, but it is gorgeous. I put my swan on this. I put my pearls on this, the chain. Everything looks beautiful. Everyone stops me about this bag. It's just stunning. The gold hardware and everything. My SA did text me 2 weeks ago because they had a shipment of more Kiss Locks, dark chocolate, black, and the new glitter, I think it's called Monogram Coach. So I went and looked at the black, and it just didn't sing to me. And also, I didn't buy it because I had something else on my heart that I wanted to get that I will show at the end. So I said no, and I also looked at the glitter Coach Kiss Lock, and that's not my thing. I like classic looking bags. Not for me, but it's beautiful. But anyway, the dark chocolate Coach Kiss Lock. Next is my Gucci. So this is a vintage Gucci tote that I picked up last fall. I love this bag. People stop me about my Gucci bag all the time. I got this from, where did I get this? Oh gosh. It wasn't on Vestiaire. Oh, Poshmark. Poshmark. So I did some research because I started looking. There was a particular Gucci Coach that I want, and it's still $3,000, and I just don't want to pay that. And so I just kept looking for Gucci totes. This popped up in my search. I've never seen this bag before. This came out in 2010, I think. Maybe 2016, maybe. No, it was 2016, 2017. I'm sorry. That's when this particular design launched. I think that's when it was. And they didn't make a lot of them. And they sold out quickly. So when I saw this particular design, I went on the hunt, and there was 2 buyers on Poshmark that had them. One buyer was selling it for close to $1,000. The other buyer was selling theirs for about $700. So of course I got the one that was $700, and it is in impeccable shape. It's gorgeous, gorgeous bag, so chic, so classic, so elegant. I can carry this for the next, gosh, 30, 40 years. It's beautiful, and I think it's going to age so well. So my Gucci tote, and this is suede with gold hardware, absolutely stunning. Next is, let's see, I'll go ahead and share these. You guys have seen these before. These are my Kate Spade Manhattan totes, and I do have it in the houndstooth. It's upstairs, but this is the leopard tote in green and the leopard tote in black, and these have the feet at the bottom. I remember reading about these years ago, and these were supposed to be a competitor to the Louis Vuitton On The Go tote, and I actually have that and have a video of that tote, and I bought that during COVID, and I still love that bag. It's upstairs, it's not gone anywhere. I love that bag. So these are the Kate Spade totes. I love these. My husband actually loves this one, and someone recently complimented me on this one. So these are gorgeous. I love them both. They're fun. There's something different. There's lots of space in them. They're stunning. I love them both, and I hope to keep them in my collection, but those are also part of the bags I'm going to be carrying this season. And next up is, I've had this bag for years. This is an orange tote from Ann Taylor. I have never seen a bag this big or this beautiful from Ann Taylor since. This came out over 10 years ago, and it's in here. It's genuine leather, as a tag that says it's genuine leather. It's a beautiful Coach tote. It has feet. I mean Coach tote. I am so sorry. Ann Taylor. So it has beautiful feet, and it's gorgeous. And I found it on Poshmark, gosh, about 10 years ago. And I paid like $30 for it. So when it came, I was so surprised at the size, the beautiful orange color. I love this bag. I love it because I just don't have a bag this color. And I think this is so much fun to have. So I don't know the name of it. I haven't seen it. I have not seen this tote since. I mean, it's gorgeous. Ann Taylor, I think you guys need to do a relaunch. Seriously. I mean, couldn't you see this in a beautiful emerald green or a navy or a black? I mean, or a beautiful cognac color or brown. It's beautiful. I love it. So the last bag that I'll be carrying this season, I just got it. I love this bag. So I've been on the hunt for this particular bag for almost a year, and it's taken me a long time to find it because it's really old. The bag is 39 years old. It's from the 1986 collection, and each bag has had, each one that I've seen has had so much damage. They have a lot of damage because they're really old. But I found this particular one, I found it recently on The Real. I have not shopped on The Real's website. You know, they do resale vintage luxury handbags. I have not shopped on their website since 2014. It's been that long. Because I've just been on Vestiaire, Poshmark, trying to find vintage bags. So something told me to go on The Real. So I did. I logged in. Of course, it's been so long. Redid my profile, yada, yada, yada. And I went through and started putting in this bag. This is the Louis Vuitton GM Monogram Weekender. I believe that's the name. And there are not a lot of videos on YouTube for this bag because it's old. It's from the 1986 collection from Louis Vuitton. It's stunning. And so when I put this bag in, a couple of them came up. I like the ones, out of the ones I saw, this was the one that had the least damage. And I thought, there's no way that bag looks that good. Because of all of them I've seen, they've all looked really bad. So I liked it, went on my day. Next day I get an alert saying that the seller dropped the price. The original price was about close to $900, which honestly is not that bad. I mean, it's not that bad, not that bad. Not for a Louis Vuitton vintage bag. Then they sent me an offer for like $650, and I thought, oh my gosh. Add to cart. So I purchased this bag so fast. It has very little damage. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's in such great shape. As soon as I got it, I got out my leather cleaner. I've conditioned it because, you know, with these bags, they tend to dry rot. And I've learned that from the gentleman who takes care of my shoes and my handbags. He's the old word is cobbler, but, you know, I don't call him that. But that's what he is, essentially. And he said with these vintage bags, they dry rot very quickly because they're not conditioned, they're sitting, they're drying out, they're not being used. So I immediately put the cleaning conditioner that he gave me for my bags on it. I mean, I lathered it down, shined it down, and I let it sit, and I've just been carrying it for 2 weeks, and this bag is absolutely stunning. Beautiful shape. I mean, there are some wear on the edges. It is gorgeous. It's the beautiful chocolate mahogany. I mean, well, it's a beautiful chocolate color. It has pockets in the front on both sides. So it's perfect for your sale, for easy grab. You can see a little bit of wear in the handles. There is some wear, and there should be. 1986, gosh, there should be. On the inside, there's no damage. There's my stuff in here right now, if you can see it. But the inside has no damage. The pocket doesn't have that sticky feel to it. You know, some of the old ones have that sticky feel. This one doesn't. It has the Louis Vuitton stamp. This is pre-Louis Vuitton date codes. So this one, unfortunately, doesn't have a date code, but it's 1986. So, gosh, I love it. And this bag holds a special place in my heart because my grandmother died in 1999, and she was very fashionable. If I can insert a photo of her with her Louis Vuitton, I will. She had a Louis Vuitton. She had like 2 or 3 Louis Vuittons in the 80s, and I really didn't understand Louis Vuitton back then, but when I became a teenager, I understood it. And I was supposed to get her handbags when she passed away. When she passed away, I think I mentioned this story before, when she passed away, her bags vanished. I still don't know to this day where they went. So to be able to get my own Louis Vuitton from the 80s, it's like, oh, I got it, Grandma. I got my own Louis from 1986. So 39 years old, I will cherish this bag, take care of it, and enjoy it. And I tell you what, it is a showstopper. I mean, I've been carrying it to the office, and some of my coworkers are looking at it like, oh my gosh, where'd you find a Louis Vuitton that big? And I go, it's vintage, 1986. So I love it. It means a lot to me. So that's it of my handbags for the autumn winter season for 2025. I hope you all have enjoyed it. It's been fun. And let me know in the comments about the Alexandra Stoddard book. If you are interested in me doing a video sharing that book. I've got a fun adventure coming up next weekend. I'm going to a mansion to have tea with my girlfriends as a late birthday gift. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm hoping they'll let me film. Of course, I'll do a blog post, I'll take photos, but I really would like to film a little bit and do a little bit of a small YouTube video for the channel. So I'm hoping I can do that. And thank you all for reading the blog, for following me on Instagram, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Bye.